Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Game Key podcast. We've got plenty of news for you, including games coming out next week as well, so stay with us. My name is Daniel, aka Winfeld. This is Killian, aka Tux1243. Say hello.
Hello.
That's Killian, you see. And you can follow us on Twitch as well. Join us on there. Now then, we're just going to jump straight into it because, like I said, we've got quite a lot to get into. So I'm not going to ask Killian what he's been playing, but I will say I've been playing Pokemon, and we're moving on.
And I played Bannerlord.
And he's been playing Bannerlord. All right, okay. We're going to move on. So first up, we have Supervive. Theorycraft announces official 1.0 release date for their MOBA. If you don't know what Theorycraft is, shame on you. It's an upcoming free-to-play MOBA slash battle royale game slash hero shooter. It's got a bit of everything in there. You start off with nothing. You jump into a zone. You start looting. You kill your enemies. And yeah, it's got elimination in it as well. It's got lots of loot in there you can jump into. But yeah, it's coming out on July 24th. That is when it's leaving early access. Now, an extended downtime is going to happen, I believe, from July 14th up until July 24th. So get you in there now. And if you do play it before it goes down on July 14th, you can get exclusive items, in-game items. That is as well to show off that you played the beta. And if you play it for, I think, something like 45 hours or something before then, you get even more exclusive items as well. So yeah, Theorycraft's Supervive coming out soon. It's going to be free to play. How quick was that, by the way?
Yeah, that was really quick. It was insane. And the next week I got Ready or Not. The game, it's a tactical first-person shooter, which is trying to be realistic. And the game is getting review bombed right now with mostly negative in the recent reviews, only 24% positive from 14,000 reviews, so many people review bombed it because the game will get censored for the console releases. The tactical FPS will launch on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series on the 15th of July, so in a bit more than a week. And for the release, they had to reduce gore, nudity, and explicit representation of violence and mistreatment against children. Yeah, so all the fun parts going away now. Pretty sad.
Yeah, Ready or Not. I love Ready or Not. I don't know if you played it. I have.
I haven't.
Yeah, I've been playing it from, well, date of release, really. So for quite a long time I've been playing it, and I absolutely love it. It is a good SWAT game, good to play with friends. I don't really enjoy playing on my own. It's quite a hassle. But with friends is a really good fun, and I tell you, it's very, very difficult as well, and it is very realistic. There's a lot of things going on. So yeah, they're nerfing visuals on like drug paraphernalia, nudity, stuff like that. And obviously people don't like censorship, especially in a hardcore FPS, which is supposed to be a realistic SWAT shooter. And they're also toning down the dismemberment. So yeah, all the fun stuff is going. That being said, Void Interactive, the developer, did react and did respond to fans about the nudity and stuff. It's being nerfed. The reason it's being nerfed is because they don't want different versions of the game. They don't want it to be censored on consoles and not censored on PC, because that would require more patches and different builds, that sort of thing, and it wouldn't allow crossplay either. So they have responded to fans and said what they're going to nerf. So yeah, like I said, they're going to reduce nudity and graphic violence. They are allowing to dismember people, but not once they're dead, which I think is fair, to be honest. And they did release a couple of before and after screenshots too. But the community is still not falling for it. They're still review bombing it. They're not happy at all. And yeah, like I said, for hyper realistic tactical FPS, do we want censorship in it? Probably not, but I can understand why they're doing it if they don't want two different versions coming. So you want to play it before that kicks in, you should jump in now, because as Killian said, next week it's going to launch on consoles and it's going to be have some censorship on PC.
Oh, okay. I thought you do the next one, but I will do it then. Okay. Space Marine 2. It got confirmed a year 2 DLC pack and large scale update. The game released 1 year ago and still gets many updates. And there will be a large scale update on the patch 10.0. Amazing number.
Yeah, it's going to be more PvP in 10.0. So yeah, they're going to be introduced Chaos versus Chaos, which is really good, because PvP at the moment is kind of like Imperial Man against Chaos and that sort of thing. And yeah, you're introducing quite a lot of stuff to it. And as you know, Killian, I stream a lot of Space Marine too. Absolutely.
Your favorite game?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I do really enjoy it. But yeah, Year 2 DLC coming, lots of free content, and I'm actually surprised they're going to release more content for it as well, because of course they've already said they're going to be, well, they're already working on Space Marine 3. So the fact that it's still supporting Space Marine 2, I think is pretty big. I don't think they expected it to be as popular as it has been, but it just exploded. And I mean, the last update they've just done, when I was streaming it, it was like, say, like 90 to 100 people, viewers. And then since the day the patch came out, it jumped up to like 20k on Twitch. Not my stream. My stream still gets just me and the bot. But yeah, it's not dropped below like 5,000 views at all since the update has just come out. So there's lots of Warhammer, need for Warhammer out there. And yeah, looking forward to it. Space Marine 2. There's also new update resurfaces on Ubisoft's Ghost Recon game. If you didn't know, yes, Ubisoft is working on a new Ghost Recon. It is reportedly codenamed OVR or OVR. And according to Insider Gaming, alpha test of the game is going to happen this fall, which is super exciting as well because I like the Ghost Recon games. I thought the last ones were pretty good. You had Breakpoint and Wildlands. I thought they were okay. I think Breakpoint got a little bit messy. But yeah, good co-op games, good hardcore shooters as well out there, good tactical things, so you can approach each mission differently. And with this entering alpha, maybe it's going to release next year, hopefully, because the rumor is that they are targeting a March 31st, 2026 release. Or I would suggest by the end of March anyway, because obviously the financial year happens in April. So they're going to run a launch before April 2026. And hopefully they release a beta or something that we can jump into as well, because that'd be pretty good fun.
That's true. Then next we have sad news. I don't think it's really sad, but Resident Evil Reverse shut down after 3 years. Resident Evil Reverse launched in 2022, and it's a PvP game in the Resident Evil franchise. The game had an all-time high of 2,080 players on Steam, and the next month it already went down to 90 players. And in the last weeks, it was between 15 and 25 players, so you could fill one lobby. So nobody played it. And yeah, it's a 6v6 team deathmatch game, and everyone has some game like that in other games. It's nothing unique. The game didn't stand out, and even if the game was free in a bundle with Resident Evil Village, no one played it. So the game will now disappear from all store pages and will no longer get sold.
Do you know,
no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares. I was going to say, I forgot this game existed. I really did forget this game existed. Do you remember when it came out and they kept showing all the esports type gameplay it was going to come with, and it had like the guy's handling it up to his face like this, running around, because that's how the camera showed it. So instead of your gun point like this, it was by his face. I mean, it's so bizarre. No one wanted a PvP Resident Evil game. That's not why people play it. Hopefully it got it out of the system, and yeah, they've abandoned it, and we can just look forward to Resident Evil 9 next. But yeah, absolutely shocking. Terrible game. Glad it's done. What isn't done though is the alters. Developer 11-Bit Studios has admitted to using generative AI and promises fixes after Backlash. So one of the things happening in gaming at the moment, and I can understand it as well, me and Killian see it in our line of work, AI is used quite extensively, and it's only going to be used more and more. Obviously, the more AI that's used, the less money developers have to spend on real people, and the less creativity the games show as well, because it's not actual people doing it. So 11-Bit Studios were accused of using generated AI text for translations and things for certain items in game, and yeah, they admitted to it, so fair play to them as well. I mean, they got called out on it, so they had to admit it, to be fair. But they've also said that they'll fix it. It was just one of those things they were rushed into. They had to do some last minute translations for certain things, and now they're saying they're going to use actual people to translate and get rid of the AI. And when that will happen, don't know. Maybe a future update. But yeah, it's good that I think it's good that players don't want AI in their games that much. You know, we saw it with the Jurassic World Evolutions, didn't we? Last week or the week before. And I think it's good. I think AI is going to destroy quite a lot. And obviously it's going to take a lot of people out of jobs. So yeah, good for the players, I say.
The next, we got some more leaks about Battlefield 6. Yeah, Battlefield 6 had many leaks in the last years because we didn't got any official news in a long time, and they're always very spare. So there come leaks, and we got leaked the rush mode, the mode where one team attacks one enemy and they have to defend objective. And we got a video where we could see many of the weapons. Sadly, Natalie didn't write down which weapons because the Twitter posts don't work and I can't see them. But yeah, there were many weapons leaked. The new mode was leaked. And yeah, hopefully we get in a few months an official announcement and not only leaks, because yeah, it's pretty not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm quite intrigued by Battlefield 6. I mean, at this point, it's not a secret, is it? Like,
Yeah.
by the time the game comes out, we all know everything about it. But I mean, they've got massive plans for Battlefield 6, and I don't know if you saw, Glenn, but they say EA said that 100 million people will play it. That's their target, 100 million players.
1 million, it's insane.
Yeah,
It's an
that's
insane number.
to put that in perspective. There are games that have been out 2-3 years celebrating 3 million players over the last couple of months. It's nuts to say that Battlefield 6 is going to hit 100 million players, unless that's the only game they release for the next 10-15 years, possibly, and they just keep updating it over and over again. But there's no way it's hitting 100 million players.
No, never.
But yeah, Battlefield 6, they're not really a secret. Yeah, just released the game already. Next up, we have Elden Ring rated for Nintendo Switch 2. I know Killian's excited for this one because I bet he has a Nintendo Switch 2.
I don't have one, but yeah.
Yeah, he's excited
Sadly
though.
not.
Still, yeah, he's still
I'm
excited.
still excited. Always. I'm always
Yeah,
excited.
he's still excited. But Elden Ring has been rated for Nintendo Switch 2, which means a port will likely come very, very soon. I mean, again, this is something we expected anyway. Elden Ring's a few years old now. It makes sense that they've been working on the Nintendo Switch port. And yeah, it's sold over 30 million copies to date after releasing in February 25, 2022. Of course, it's 2022 Game of the Year as well. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons to be excited. And they reckon a reveal may happen very, very soon. But we'll see. We'll see.
The next, Escape from Tarkov will finally get their 1.0 version. And it will already release in 2025. So this year. Amazing. It will launch on Steam as well. Yeah, Escape from Tarkov is a hardcore realistic extraction shooter. It was, I think, one of the first big games, but they never launched on Steam. So you always had to buy the game on their website. That was always a thing for me before I didn't bought it. I never played it, even if I liked the game. But yeah, it will come to Steam with the 1.0 version. We don't have a concrete release date yet, but they release it in-house and it will come. They will get some major changes, a new vibe for the hardcore and PvE modes, and yeah, this year on Steam. Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, there's loads coming in the Escape Tarkov. You know, new maps, locations, items, clans, factions, prestige system. I went back to because this is another game I've had since day one, since it launched in early access, and I played it again for the first time in years the other day, and yeah, I got wrecked, didn't even fire a bullet, got killed. But yeah, if you've been waiting for it to come on Steam, like many people have, I imagine it's going to explode in popularity once it hits Steam because nobody wants to download separate launches.
Yeah,
I hate it. I despise it. So yeah, once it hits Steam, it'll be massive again. With the hardcore wipe is what everyone's going to start on equal footing. But you know, jump into it if you've been waiting for it. Now Halo, Killian's favorite franchise. There is more Halo coming. I think they've just announced the Halo mobile game for some reason. But away from that, Halo Studios has confirmed when we hear about the next game, and it's going to come join the Halo World Championships in 2025, and that is in October. So this October, you will learn about Halo after Halo Infinite, and I'm super excited for it. What it would feature, whether it be story-based, because of course Halo Infinite had a story, and then they abandoned the co-op, and it was all a mess. Infinite for me has destroyed the franchise completely, but since they're rebranding from 343 Industries to Halo Studios, hopefully they've got a plan in mind. And of course, Microsoft at the moment are having some absolute nightmares that we'll talk about a little bit later on. But yeah, October 24th is when you'll find out more Halo news on the Halo World Championships. So if you're a big Halo fan like Killian, keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, and one last thing I should say on it. Halo Studios has confirmed there are multiple projects in the work, whatever that means. So, yeah.
Then next, I'm confused because we have Ghost Recon alpha testing. Haven't we talked about it?
Oh,
already?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it became an alpha. We already talked about that. So we skip that and we go straight into Mecha Break, a new free-to-play game which launched on the 2nd of July. It's a multiplayer third-person mech shooter. You have fights in your mechs, I think, in 3v3 or 6v6 modes, or in the Operation Storm PvPvE mode. One of the things I'm excited for, not the PvP modes. Yeah, the game's out now, mixed reviews, 61% positive. It's a mecha game. If you like mecha games, it will be something for you. If you don't like mecha games, don't test it. Mecha games are one thing only a niche plays, I think. I don't know many players, but yeah, if you like mecha games, check it out. It's released and it's out on Steam and Xbox Series. No PlayStation.
Yeah, I have played it. I downloaded it.
Ooh.
And I did play some of the campaign. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's not going to engage me for too long, to be honest. It's got loads of customization in there as well. Like I said, it's got multiple game modes. And you're right, it's a bit of a niche one for me. It's not for me. I've never liked the mech games. I don't really get it. I prefer if I could be in first person mode inside the mech rather than third person doing all that nonsense. But yeah, I'm sure it keep people happy. It's got some great boob physics. So yeah, played just for that. Day of the Shell release date finally confirmed, and here's where you can play it. So if you don't know what Day of the Shell is, well, it's a tactical game, and yeah, the release date trailer is just here. We'll see a little bit of gameplay, turn-based action, good times. I love my turn-based tactics, and I love my strategy games. And this is going to come on 29th of July 2025. That's the confirmed release date. Super excited, and that's about it, really. That's all I can tell you. So, yeah. There you go, Killian.
Yeah, I go with Full Metal Schoolgirl. What a title for a game. The 3D publisher unveils wild anime-inspired shooter. Yeah, we got a new anime shooter, a sci-fi action shooter from the team at Yuxco Ltd, a Japanese development team. Who couldn't guess? From Osaka. They developed the WWE series for 2K until 2018, and now they're making a anime-like fighting game a bit. You can, with guns, melee weapons, combat, the good songs, good music, like in other anime games, I think. And yeah, there will be missions. You play as the JK Machine Girls, Akemi and Ryoto, and you have to climb the 100 floors of the Eternal Job skyscraper, where you have to fight through every floor. And it's a rogue-like gameplay. If you get defeated, you will start over from the first floor, lose your weapon, your equipment, and you can upgrade yourself permanently to get stronger and stronger and fight the tower.
Yeah. I talked about niche.
Definitely.
I think a lot of people enjoy it, though. It looks crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
All action as well. And if you missed it, Steam released a new overlay for full in-game performance monitor in real time. I've been using it actually the last few days. I kind of like it. It tells you your frames, of course. It tells you GPS temperature. It tells you how much RAM you're using, your CPU usage. So I think it's kind of handy as well because sometimes you get frame drops in certain games. I play a lot of Space Marine 2, you might not know. But sometimes when it's quite heavy, you get frame drops. You're like, what is going on here? So now you can see in real time how games are affecting your performance, and you can adjust accordingly, whether it's graphics or anything like that. And to enable it in game, you go to settings on Steam, you select in game, and there's a little performance detail level you can choose from, just FPS or FPS detail, CPU and GPU utilization, so you can customize it a little bit to how you want. And yeah, I think it's quite good from Steam. I like Steam. I like what they do with things. I like the in-game overlay. And now I can see exactly where my PC is struggling, and I can see how much I need a new PC. Thanks, Valve.
But one thing in the Steam overlay, you have a timer, you have the world time, but you can't have a stopwatch. I still miss the stopwatch feature. I don't know why they don't add it.
What would you use the stopwatch for?
To see how long I need for this boss in Elden Ring.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, and then you have the feature where you can show the timer in game on top of the game itself, so I could see it all the time. So I would really like a stopwatch. But yeah, maybe it
They can
comes
see how
someday.
bad you are.
Exactly. Okay, next we have something about Borderlands 4. And Gearbox will add a slider to let you mute Claptrap. Borderlands 4 will release for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series on the 12th of September 2025. It's a new FPS in the comic style we all know from Borderlands. And the game will add a mute button for Claptrap. Claptrap is the small robot, you can see the picture, who will follow you through the game, and he will give you many comments, and he's pretty hyperactive. So some players love it, others hate it. There's nothing in between. And so the developer wrote a few lines and gave us a slider to set his volume to 0. But you can make him louder and just a bit. I'm confused. My English isn't working right now. But you can make it more quiet from 1 to 200%. So feel free to hear Claptrap as much as you want. And if you hate him, just say shut the fuck up and play completely without him, without his comments.
Yeah. I mean, I played Borderlands 2 and Claptrap. Just nonchalant character to me. I don't find him irritating or anything. But I kind of find the idea of him completely silent but running around waving his arms around while he's talking, but you can't hear him, quite entertaining. So I might try that out. Now, Microsoft, as we know, they're not very nice people. And they're destroying gaming as we know it. And Perfect Dark Reboot has been cancelled after mass layoffs across the Xbox game studios and their developers. So Microsoft has laid off reportedly about 9,000 people. We'll get into that a little bit later as well, I'm sure. But Perfect Dark is one of the games that has suffered. And Perfect Dark, if you don't know, it's from 1999 or 2000, something like that. I think it's 2000. And it was done by Rare straight after they did GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64. So it's kind of a spiritual successor. They never did a sequel to GoldenEye. They did Perfect Dark instead. And the reboot was, well, we were all looking forward to it. But mass layoffs means that the initiative has been shut down. The developer, after the game was announced in 2020, and the studio was set up in 2018, I think, if memory serves me. So yeah, it's all very, very upsetting, and Microsoft is ruining all our lives. So thank you for that. And I'd expect more studios to be shut down by the end of the year, and possibly more layoffs as well, which is unfortunate too, as Xbox looks to refocus and streamline things going forward.
Yeah, because of the Xbox Microsoft layoffs, we don't get one game from the Elder Scrolls Online developer ZeniMax. They now cancelled an MMO they're working on since 2018, but the game was still unannounced. They had a sizable team, and it was a completely new IP unrelated to Fallout or the Elder Scrolls series. And it should be a new MMO, the first new game after the Elder Scrolls Online, which released in 2014. But they make updates for the game every month. So they work on the game still, they don't do nothing. But because of the layoffs, they had to close this new IP. They won't work on it again. It will be cancelled. I think it could be a good game, a new MMO, because the Elder Scrolls Online is a good game. You can tell much about it. You love the game, played it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I love my MMOs. I played them all. And yeah, it's just disappointing to see another one gone, isn't it, before it's even come out?
Yeah.
And yeah,
All the layoffs.
I mean, if the layoffs affect a studio as big as ZeniMax, and ZeniMax is massive,
Yeah.
if it can affect something like that, then no one's safe really in the gaming industry at the moment, are they?
No, the gaming industry is pretty tough right now. I think
Yeah.
nobody wants to work there anymore because it's so dangerous. You don't know if you have your job the next month because everybody gets laid off.
It's not even, it's crazy as well, isn't it? Because how many games have we seen over the last year and a half where it's come out and then a month later the studio shuts down? Like,
Yeah.
immediately they're gone. It's I can't remember what happened recently with, but yeah, the gaming industry at the moment's an absolute mess. Too much money being spent on it, I suppose. That's what it is. People are throwing too much money into development and returns are not quick enough because games are too expensive for people to buy.
No.
So the industry is a bit of a mess, and you can see why. Again, it's not good, but you can see why companies are using more and more AI despite fan backlash.
Yeah, it's faster. It's just faster.
Faster, cheaper.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's creative or not, it doesn't matter. It gets the job done. And at the end of the day, you don't have to fire someone the week after the game comes out. You just tell ChatGPT you're going to take a break from it. Next we have Where Winds Meet. The final closed beta has been announced. What do you think of Where Winds Meet, Killian? I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I want to play the game.
Yeah.
I want to play it.
Well, the fact you want to play it is good because the final closed beta, like I said, has been announced. So the release date anyway is nearing us very, very soon. The release date happens on July 24th up until July 25th. So yeah, not very long. And then you got July 31st to August the 1st as well. And if you don't know what Where Winds Meet, it's kind of a action RPG, would you call it? Like a Souls-like action RPG. Bit like Black Myth Wukong or Wukong Black Myth, whatever it's called. I can't remember which order it is now. Set in Chinese mythology in 9th century China. So yeah, it's going to be set during the 5 dynasties, the 10 kingdoms period. And yeah, it looks super exciting to me. I'm really excited for it. Sign-ups for PC and PS5 open from July 2nd to July 24th. So like I said, the closed beta is only for 1 day. So you need to sign up right now.
Yes, I will do that after the podcast.
Yeah.
Then next we have Once Human, and the game will come to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series in 2026. Once Human is a free-to-play post-apocalyptic open-world survival game which got over 10 million downloads on Steam. I think it was pretty popular when it released, and after that the numbers go down like in every game, especially the free-to-play games in my opinion. But yeah, the game still gets updates, and it will come to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series 2026. There's no release date yet. The game already released on mobile. I don't know why you do mobile before you do Xbox and PlayStation, but they did it. So the mobile and PC. And yeah, 2026, you can play it on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series as well. And there will be the new version 2.0 with the endless stream, new PvE mode, a class system public test with new classes. The Chef, Gardener, and Beastmaster are available then to try out. And there will be new events, limited time events where you have to participate to get more loot for your character. Version 2.0 is available right now, and yeah, all these features are out now.
Consoles 2026.
Yeah.
And speaking of Microsoft layoffs, I think our last thing on Microsoft, but unfortunately, not the last thing on things shutting down or layoffs. Just put it in perspective, like I said, there's a lot to jump into, and there's a breakdown here of exactly what's gone on over the last week. Raven Software, Call of Duty code development studio, best known for its work on Warzone and code development Black Ops 6 and 7, was reportedly affected, although layoffs remain unknown. And Turn 10 Studios also announced that up to 50% of its workforce has gone. Rare, of course, we saw the cancellation of its 2000 game Perfect Dark, but Rare themselves had studio veterans leave, Greg Mayles left after 30 years of service. ZeniMax Online, they had to cancel on MMO. The Initiative was shut down, the ones working on Perfect Dark. High Moon Studios, known for its support on Call of Duty Warzone, is facing cuts as well. Sledgehammer Games, another Call of Duty support studio. Honestly, there's too much Call of Duty. They got some layoffs too. Blizzard, mobile title Warcraft Rumble will no longer receive new content. That was announced too. And over 100 Blizzard employees believed to be affected as well. Halo Studios, the legend team behind Halo, of course, facing cuts, even though they've got a new Halo title coming. It's going to be announced in October. Romero Games, they had their funding cut. That's John Romero who made Doom. Who else? King, the mobile games giant. Of course, King are absolutely massive. I think they make Candy Crush. They had over 200 employees gone, reportedly, as well. So as you can see, there's massive cuts everywhere. And even though Microsoft haven't come out and said how many staff they did cut, it's believed to be 9,000 roughly, or over 9,000. And yeah, massive cuts across the board. And again, you got to remember, they got loads of new games coming. I think they said in the last week they've got over 40 games coming out over the next year or so. They're also working on their new console. There's lots going on at Microsoft and Xbox. Of course, not Microsoft isn't just the gaming part, but these are all the things affecting the gaming side. So you got to think, how many more delays are we going to see? How many more games are we going to see cancelled? Is their console going to come out on time? They've got a new handheld coming. Wow, there's a lot going on for them. So, yeah. Wow, what do you think, Killian, to all that?
Yeah, it's massive layoffs. The industry isn't safe.
Yeah.
But even for studios like King, everyone gets affected and lose their job.
Yeah. But how quick did I get through all that? Pretty good, wasn't it?
This was amazing. It was really amazing.
And unfortunately, Blizzard are still working on Diablo 4 for some reason. So yeah, cuts everywhere.
And then next we got some good news from PlayStation, I would say, because Helldivers 2, their, I think, most played and successful live action game, will come to the Xbox. We had all the Xbox games which were released on PlayStation and were the biggest games there for a long time. And now PlayStation does the same. Helldivers 2 comes to Xbox on the 26th of August 2025. And it will have crossplay, so you can play with PlayStation and PC players as well. To play it, you will need the Xbox Game Pass subscription because it's an online game. And you need subscriptions to play online. Still a pretty strange feature because I don't know why PC players don't have it. It's good. I don't know why the consoles have it, but yeah. The game will release 20th of August for Xbox Series, and if you pre-order the game, you get the TR7 Ambassador of the brand, TR62 Knight, TR9 Cavalier of Democracy, as 3 skins. And yeah, if you like Helldivers and want to play it on Xbox, you can do it in a few months.
Yeah, and it also launches the same day as Gears of War Reloaded on PlayStation 5. Just a little bit of tidbit for you. Next up, we have Anthem shutting down, another game I'd completely forgotten about. A game that I actually played a lot of when it first came out, even though it was horrible, the frame rate was shocking, the motion blur was sickening. Oh, it was a horrible game. Lots of mechanics, lots of things I liked about it. Try to switch things up a little bit on the third-person shooter. But yeah, it's finally shutting down in 2026. And again, I didn't know it existed. I'm not sure anyone did. So Anthem launched way back in 2019, which is crazy. It's supposed to be BioWare's next big live service IP. However, it fell extremely short due to poor performance. And EA's decided to cut and run from it. So yeah, Anthem will be removed from the EA Play playlist on August 15th, 2025. That's probably why people are still playing it, because EA Play, there's no way people are buying it. And it's going to be unavailable to subscribers before it closes down forever in 2026. Is there a date? Yeah, January the 12th, 2026. Game gone. No longer playable. If you want to play it before then, don't. There you go. Anthem gone.
then gone. The next and last, we have Bandy Lone Wolf. We got a launch date revealed for this new horror game. Bandy Lone Wolf is a top-down horror adventure where you follow Boris, the animated mascot, and Bandy's buddy through the animation studios of Joey Drew Studios. You have to survive all kinds of dangers and traps, and you find new weapons, supplies, a bit of a roguelike style gameplay. The game was first announced in 2024, and it will replace Boris and the Dark Survival. The game will release on the 15th of August 2025 for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. No Xbox Series, as it seems like. Pretty strange.
Mm.
But yeah, it's confirmed for this release date. And if you have a PlayStation Series, just cry in your room, I think.
Yeah. And
The
owners of
game,
owners of Boris and the Dark Survival will get it for free on Steam.
that's good.
Mm. Yeah, that is good. Is that everything?
I think it's everything, yeah.
Are we straight onto the deals already?
Notable
Flying.
deals for the games releasing next week.
Oh yeah, games releasing next week. Sorry, yeah. Things are flying really fast. Wowzers. So yeah, let's go straight into that. So yeah, games coming out next week. We have Every Day We Fight. Every day is a struggle. It's not just called Every Day We Fight. This is a kind of a real-time strategy game. Your play as a squad caught in a time loop. When I say squad, you're actually civilians in the forever war. Aliens have landed. There's a time loop. There's roguelike elements. There's real-time exploration. There's stealth. But yeah, the important thing is keeping your civilians alive, progressing forward, saving mankind, and trying to work out why day just keeps on resetting because no one actually knows. And you're going to be taking out Rifter leaders. There's going to be boss battles. There's going to be loot. And the game's going to be progressively difficult the more it goes on. And I think this game looks quite exciting, to be honest. It's kind of a mix between XCOM / Commando / bit of everything, really. There's a bit of everything going on. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's coming out on 10th of July. I didn't even say the release date. The 10th of July, this comes out on PC.
So I don't forget the release date. The next game we're talking about will release on the 10th of July as well, and the game is Ground of Aces. It's a strategy base building game where you command a remote military air base during World War II. You have to build your own airfields, manage iconic aircrafts, and oversee the crew's well-being. You have to prepare air raids and send your pilots on dangerous missions. Maybe they survive, maybe they die. It's the war. Everything can happen. Your base can get bombed. Then you have to rebuild it. There are many unique planes we know from the war. Need to gather materials to build new airfields, new buildings, new everything. And you can decorate your buildings if you want to. And yeah, the game will release on the 10th of July.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I love fighting off those pesky Germans. They just don't know when to quit.
Yeah, that's true.
So annoying. And next up we have Patapon 1 and 2 replay. You don't know what Patapon is. You just basically control a bunch of Patapons and you have some drums that you play, and that's how you control them. So you beat your drums, they're a rhythm, hit different ones, they do different things, you command them to fight things, go somewhere, that sort of thing. And 1 and 2 are being rebooted, coming out on 10th of July 2025 for PC again. So yeah, you can be a god, you can wreak havoc, take on different enemies, and if you like your music, your rhythm, that sort of thing, your strategies, you should definitely check this one out.
The next we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4. The legendary Tony Hawk Pro Skater series comes back with more skaters, new parks, gnarlier tricks, eardrum shattering music, and lots more. It's a game where you skate. Uh, you can do insane tricks with your skateboard on many different maps. You can play the game solo or in online PvP matches. Even split screen is possible. So you try to get the best score, beat your friends, and be the better skater. The game will release in 4 days, and if you pre-order it now, you get early access. Play it 3 days in advance, and if you just buy the normal version, it's for the deluxe edition. If you buy the normal version, you can play the demo right now. And yeah, if you like your skating games, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 is definitely one of the good ones, and it released on the 11th of July.
I've also just seen you can play as the Doomslayer on a skateboard. So,
Yeah.
I mean, get it just for
Who
that.
doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, I'm getting it just for that. And last but not least, we have Brickadia coming out on the 11th of July on PC as well. Brickadia looks like an interesting one to me. Bit of crafting, bit of fighting in there, bit of doing anything you want. Kind of like a Minecraft-inspired next generation brick building sandbox game sort of thing. So yeah, like I said, you can create pretty much anything you want in real time. There's multiplayer support as well. You can build massive support, massive worlds. Just use the game's physics to create incredible engines like this beautiful train here on the Steam page. Lots of customization options in there as well. You can have your own servers. You can wage war against each other too. And it's a massive sandbox. It's basically do whatever you want with it. And I think this looks massively exciting. And I think this will be hugely popular. It's coming to early access, as I said, on 11th of July. Does look like fun, that one.
Yeah, it really does. Many of the games look fun this week. We got. They're not big games, but fun games.
Yeah, I'm excited for some of the games coming out as well. And that is, we got through everything. That was quite a lot, but we got through it, which is good. Anything you want to share, Killian? Anything you want to look back on? Anything you're excited about?
I'm most excited about the where wins meet close beta. I will try to get into it, and then the release of it. And yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. Every day we fight, every day we struggle.
Yeah, we do struggle, and every day we continue to find those pesky Germans as well. You never see the Germans as the good guys in games. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
For good reason. For a good reason.
Yeah, for a very good reason indeed. That's it. That's everything from us. So, Killian, I will let you have the last word. What would you like to tell everyone?
You need a better PC.
Bye.